everyone, welcome back to our channel.
We're the Dawnties.
My name's Richele.
I'm your favorite Donna, but this one not about me, y'all.
No, it's not about you at all. It's all about me.
All about your favorite shell.
Radiant Richele.
I get that wrong every time.
So as you guys know, I have been working on my home office / home library for a couple of months now, and it is finally 99% done. So I thought I'd go ahead and give you a tour of the progress that we've made, and now that it's all set up, there's just a few tweaks I'm going to be making, which I'll point out, but I think it turned out really good. What do you think?
It looks awesome. It made me jealous. Because my little corner of the game room, she gets a whole room with a door. And then I just spread out across the whole game room.
You basically have the whole room, to be
I
honest.
spread out across the whole game room. I did.
Yeah. So my room is contained, which is amazing. And I don't have a bunch of million toys I have to dust.
Hey, you leave me and my toys alone.
So let me go up and show you my brand new home office / home library. Okay, this is my home office, home library. I do want to get some sort of sign to put on the outside of the door. Very similar to what we have to our Harry Potter room, as well as the door leading up to the third story, which is the kid cave. So I'm looking for some sort of door hanger that'll come eventually. Here we go. Welcome to my home office / home library. So when you first walk in, you're gonna see bookshelves everywhere, but this is my desk. So I have my monitor as well as my laptop that acts as my second monitor. I try to keep things kind of organized. Curtains will eventually be replaced. I don't like this, and it doesn't even work all the way, which is why I have a clip in the middle of it to kind of help hold it up. But that'll be switched out eventually. But this is my new desk. It is a self-rising desk, so I already have my preset for standing. So it will raise whenever I am standing, and then I can put it at any height, and then I have it preset to my sitting setting. So if I'm standing and I get tired, I can just come over here and push the setting, or the sit setting, and it will go back down to where I have it preset. There are 2 other sets that I can do presets if I want, but it is just me, so I only need 2. So under my monitor, I have a couple of coasters right here, which you would have seen in a mail haul, as well as my 2 journals. These are the 2 that I use every single day. One is my bullet journal and one is my reading journal. And then I have these markers that my friend Shannon had made for me, and they have my name on them. I absolutely love them. I use them every single day. And then I have a couple of my pens. So I select my pens based on what my bullet journal setup color scheme is. So I try to use 2 colors per month. One is for my home stuff and one is for my work stuff, so I can keep that separated per month. And then of course lip gloss. This I have out because whenever I go into work, to the office on Wednesdays and Thursdays, I'll pack up my pens and my markers in this pouch, and that comes with me there. This is my Cruella mouse pad that I had made off of Shop Disney. I absolutely love it. And then I got this new mouse and keyboard set, And y'all, I have spent the last 4 years typing on a laptop keyboard. So switching from this to a full-size keyboard has been very, very tricky. So I'm having to retrain my hands on using a full-size keyboard versus the laptop keyboard. So that is a work in progress. And then I have this stand that holds my monitor. I love it because there's a little drawer here. I can put things in there. And then this is really cool. So this comes out and it can hold my phone or my Kindle or whatever it is. And I love how I can just slide it back in place when it's not in use. So there is my desk. So sticking at my desk, this is a chair that I will be having replaced. I do like that it's white, but I'm just not a fan of it. It is a hand-me-down. I think it was my mom's or my stepdad's or somebody, but we ended up with it. And I will be replacing it with a chair that I choose. And then, of course, I have my Richele sweatshirt from Box Lunch. This I keep at my desk because whenever I get cold, I'll just be able to throw it on. So just quickly going over the side, this is where I have my most favorite authors I have the most books from. So the first shelf is Elle Kennedy, and it is stacked all back there. Next is Abby Jimenez, and then only half of Colleen Hoover. I own every single one of Colleen Hoover's books, and there's like 20 something. So I can only fit half in here, and the other half is on the other side. On top, I have my other 2 coasters that I got, just in case I need extras, because I do have multiple drinks around me at all times. And then a couple of my bookish stamps and embosser. These are 2 art prints from Frozen that I want to put one right here and one over here. I just haven't gotten around to doing that yet. Going to the other side, here we have a couple of the volumes of manga that I own. So I have read the entirety of Death Note, and I only own volume 2. Every time I go to Half Price Books, I try to see if I can find a volume in that series because I loved it. And this is the only one I've been able to find. And then Killing Stalking, I've read all 4 volumes. I think there's a 5th one out now that I don't have yet. And then Monster, I've read the first deluxe volume. I do own the second one, but I haven't read it yet. And that is the only manga that I physically own. I typically rent them from the library, and then if I like them, I will buy them. So these are the 3 series that I love so much. I definitely want to own all of them. So then the first cubby shelf is all dedicated to Lucy Score. I absolutely love her, and I own like 3 or 4 more books that I have yet to read. So once I read them, I will put them here. Then we come down to my favorite author, Taylor Jenkins Reid, and all of her books are there. She only has 8 books out and 1 novella that you can't buy. You can only get it off of Amazon, so I don't have that one, but I have everything else. And then the bottom is the other half of Colleen Hoover's books. Love them. So just a quick overview of one side of my office, the side where the door is. I'm not going to go into all of the books and all the shelves and how I have them organized. If you want a separate video of like a bookshelf tour, let me know. I can definitely do that. But I didn't know where to put my Harry Potter books, so these are all of the illustrated editions. I am up to date with all of them that have been released. So I just put them up there, just because that's where I decided to put them. But I do have some decor kind of sprinkled through here. So this is my globe that I got for Christmas, and I have always wanted a globe, so I love that it's black and silver. It's perfect. This is the Haunted Mansion popcorn bucket that they were selling at Cinemark last year when the movie came out last summer. It lights up. It's amazing. I bought it specifically to put with my Disney books. As you can see, they're surrounded by Disney books. Then I have a small art print of Olaf. This came with my 2 Frozen pictures that are larger, and I just thought it would look cute up there. Then I have one of the Frozen keys that we recently got in a mail haul. And then here is Cruella de Vil. I got this in a box swap last Halloween, and I absolutely love this so much. Diz Family Adventures knocked it out of the park and got me this. So I have this separating my villain Disney books and my young adult books. I think she looks stunning. I love it. On the second bookshelf, I don't have any decor pieces or any books that are flipped out. But coming over to the next section, I do have a couple of books facing out that I absolutely love, either the cover or the book themselves. This is Lessons in Chemistry. This is a UK cover. This is a signed copy, and I love how it has a periodic table on the edges. It's absolutely beautiful. Here's a UK cover, or the US cover. It's not as great as the UK cover, so I definitely had to display that one. And then this is your favorite Dawnties shelf. She has been talking about wanting a shelf in my library. I don't know why. She has her own office, but this is what she put together. This is the shelf I set aside for her. So she has all of her spooky looking books and a couple of spooky decor items that we bought over the past year in anticipation for this. So this is how she decided to fill up her shelf. And then the only other decor item we have down here is this guy on the couch reading a spooky book. And I put him with my sci-fi books, mainly because a lot of the sci-fi that I own and really love, there's some sort of like thrilling element to them. So I thought he looked really good there. Coming over to the other side of the room, these are the 3 bookshelves that are on display. I don't have a lot of decorations over here, but I do have a few I want to point out. So firstly, I got this 3 set of fig pins that are from the AMC theaters. I love them. This is a movie reel, a film reel dressed up as a mummy. And I put him next to Little Fires Everywhere because that is an adaptation. I believe it's a show on Apple, I believe. So I thought he looked cute there. Then we have the, the film dressed as Dracula, and so I had to put him with my horror books, and I put him specifically next to my best friend's Exorcism, which is I want to say it's my favorite book by Grady Hendrix, and that is an adaptation, I believe on Hulu maybe Amazon, I can't remember, but it has been adapted. This shelf is my display shelf, so I have my favorite male thriller author, which is Riley Sager, my favorite female thriller author, which is Megan Golden, my favorite female horror author, which is Simone St. James, and then of course my favorite male horror author, which is Grady Hendrix. And I have these 2 bookends that I thought looked really cute as like kind of holding the books up rather than on either end, so I thought that display looked really, really cute. And then the last decor item I have displayed is this other film reel dressed as Dracula. And this is next to The Last Thing He Told Me, which has been adapted. I believe this one is on Amazon. Or I want to say it is Amazon. Loved the book, loved the movie. They both made me cry. I absolutely love it. And I thought that looked really cute next to another adapted book. On top of the shelves here, these are my used journals. So I've been doing bullet journaling. I think this is my 4th year to do a bullet journal and reading journal as well. And a couple of years ago, I was using a journal for daily journaling. So I think I did that 2 years in a row. So there's all of my journals that I have used up are at the top of the shelf there. And then on top of this shelf, this is my work laptop. It's actually Ralph in Vanellope from Ralph Breaks the Internet. This is my work laptop bag, so whenever I do go to work 2 days a week, I pack this with my journals, my pens, my markers, and of course, my laptop. And there is one more little AMC pin here. This came with my fig pin order completely free. I put this next to Emily Henry books because I think it's either Beach Read or People We Meet on Vacation is currently being adapted. And I don't know which one it was, but I know that one is in the process of being filmed, and the other one, I think the rights have been purchased to be adapted, but I thought that was really cute there. And then at the top of my closet is this amazing book lover sign. This was given to us by our friend Shannon, who lives up in Canada. She gave this to us over a year ago, and I knew that I wanted this in my library. And now let me show you inside my closet. So, whenever you open up the closet doors, on top there, as well as here, are all of my journaling supplies, as well as all of my journals that I have purchased on sale that I will be using in the future for future years. And these I put up here because I don't use them every day. Typically don't even use them every month. The only thing I do every month is change out the pins that I write in my bullet journal, so I have this easily accessible so I can change them out every month to match my Disney spread because this is the year of Disney. And then these books are all of the books that I own that I have not read. So this is my TBR. I do have them kind of spaced out so I can kind of easily see what is behind the first row. And only the first 4 cubbies have books in the back. So I can easily see there. And then these are just single stacked. But these are all of the books that I own that I have not read, which means every book that are on these 6 bookshelves, as well as the 2 side shelves, I have read all of these. The only exception are my Disney books. I haven't read all of these, but I have read most of them. So, in the past, I guess this is my 3rd year reading. These are all of the books that I have read that I loved that I decided to keep. So, this is my home office, my library. I do have a little doggy bed right there. I will be putting a bookshelf here. We have one downstairs that used to hold all of my TBR books. It's a black bookshelf. We're going to paint it white, and then that's going to go here. And then I'll probably put book displays here of like favorite authors. Maybe use these books that are already separated by author, put those on bigger shelves so I can see all the books that I own by them. But that's really the only thing I have left that we have here at home. The other things that I want to do, I already said the curtain I want to change. The light is just a light. I want a ceiling fan because I need to have fan, I need to have cold air or at least a breeze going at all times. And it's very hard in this room with no ceiling fan. I want to get an area rug, especially to help with my work desk. It's a little too rolly, so I need some sort of friction. So I want to get an area rug for here and then the bookshelf here. So that's really all I have left, but it is basically set. I absolutely love it. It has been so much fun working in here, organizing all my books. And like I said, if you do want a bookshelf tour and kind of go through the books that I own, I can definitely do that. Just let me know. But I am so excited that this is finally done. 99% done. I love it, and I am so happy. And that's it. Bye, room.
And then this, and then that, and then oh look, there's books and books and books and books and books and books. Oh look, there's my shelf, and books and books and books. Books are heavy. They are. Believe me, I know. I carried every one of them inside that room. Whew.
So that was a look at my new setup, my new office, which I moved in right after we did the floors. The first thing we did was obviously paint the walls because we were going to be replacing the floors anyway, so I didn't have to be as careful, and I wasn't. The second thing we did was do the floors, and then I got the plates, the light
fixtures and the plugs.
Yeah, the electrical outlets, covers, and then I went ham on the bookshelves. And, you know, we ended up in the ER. What happened?
Well, we can't. How many did we buy now? Day 4?
Yeah.
We went to IKEA and we bought 4 of those Billy bookcases.
Because we already had 2 and I needed 6. So.
Okay, first of all, these things aren't light.
No, they're so freaking heavy.
So we put them on the thing. We paid for them. We got them loaded up in my new Jeep. We brought them home. We got 3 in. No problem. We're bringing the last one in, and all of a sudden, dropped an end of it, and it landed on my foot. Right on the top of my foot. And
like the full weight of it.
It hurt.
And it kind of scared her because she was looking online and that you can break a bone on the top of your foot, and if it's not treated and not set properly, then it can really mess up your foot for life.
And
so,
it was also saying, because, you know, I Googled it, because you Google everything. Yeah. I Googled it, and it was saying that if you break a bone on the top of your foot, you can still walk on it. Mm-hmm. It's painful. Yeah. You can still wiggle your toes.
It's painful.
It's swollen, but you can't really tell if it's broken or not unless you get it x-rayed. Yeah. So I said, we need to go get it x-rayed just in case.
Yeah, so we went to the ER and was there for about 2 hours, got it x-rayed, and she did not break it, thank goodness. But she was not allowed to drive because it was her right foot and it was already like super swollen, a huge goose egg on the top of her foot.
It's still swollen a little bit. It's been a week.
It's been a week.
And it's still swollen. I couldn't drive, so I ended up working from home that week because, I mean, I can still work. I just can't drive to work. Didn't put any kind of shoe on it outside of a Croc for an entire week.
Yeah.
Yesterday we went to the grocery store and I put a tennis shoe on it, and it hurt getting my tennis shoe on, but then after I got it on, I was okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
See, but it's still, like, and I'm surprised, like, just doing that makes her bruise. Like, she bruises so easily, like, it's ridiculous. And it hasn't really turned dark colors, like a normal bruise.
I mean, it's looking kind of, it's still swollen. There's still like a goose egg on top of it.
Not nearly as bad as it was a week ago, but it's still swollen.
It's a little off color, but it hasn't. I thought it was gonna turn all colors of the rainbow.
I expected it to be, so. But yeah, so we got very lucky that she did not break her foot. And I was able to put all the bookshelves together. I got to a point where I was putting them together in 20 minutes. I knew the directions. I got myself a brand new desk. I wanted a specific kind of desk. I got it. And yeah, the only things that we have left to do is get a rug. I think that's the most critical because my rolly chair is a little too rolly on the floor. And if I'm conducting a class for work and I'm on Zoom and I just barely move, I like kind of really move, like trying to brace myself. So that's going to be like the first thing I got to do. The curtains, I want to change them out eventually. And then of course the light fixture I want to make into a ceiling fan, which will probably be the next critical thing because we're approaching summer in Texas. So that's going to be the kind of the next things on my list. But that's really it. That's really all I have left to do. So I am so excited that it's done, that I've moved in, that all of my books are finally organized and put up in one place, and I can see all my books and make. I found a couple of duplicates that I purchased twice because I couldn't see the books that I owned. So my bad. But I loved it. I think it turned out really great. So I love sharing this process with you, and that we were taking it one step at a time. But it's done. And I have been sore for the past 2 weeks. Nonstop.
Me too. And I didn't hardly do nothing in your office.
Oh
I put the face plates on the plug and the light switch. That's all I did to her office. The rest of it, she did on her own.
Yeah, and I moved so, like, I got, with her almost breaking her foot, you guys, I was determined because I wanted to get it done. That's why we got 4 at one time, the last 4 bookshelves. And when she had that issue with her foot last weekend, I powered through and I got all 4 of them upstairs by myself. And they are not light, like we said. And I think at one point I was laying down on the stairs with my arms straight above me.
She looked like Superman.
Going, one little step at a time to push it up to the second story while they were still in their boxes. Because I did not want to wait for her to get better. I wasn't going to have her help me get it upstairs, knowing how heavy it was, and with a almost broken foot. Like, I was like, no, I got to do this.
I felt so bad I couldn't help her.
No. Yeah, well, I did it though. It's done. And hopefully the soreness goes away. But I also went book shopping yesterday, so I'm like sore from book shopping because I was by myself book shopping. So I got a lot of books. Anyways, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about this library. If there's anything else that you think I should put in there. There is a couple of, wall space, a couple of things that I could throw up there. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do as far as wall decorations outside of the 2 Frozen images that are up there. So it'll be interesting to see what I decide to go with decor-wise. But the hard work is done. So... But that's going to do it for us today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.
Bye. Bye.